Dover presents Cricbuzz Comm Box. The West Indies 71 for 3 after 15 overs. Now, normally you lose 3 in the first 15, you get the feeling you're in trouble. But the West Indies have been in this situation before. At the end of 16 overs, they've lost 3 wickets and they've gone on to make 320. But what's been interesting in the first 15 overs, Samizak, is the surface. We saw 2 different dismissals. We saw the Bumrah dismissal of Kieron Powell, where the ball really took off. Good catch by Rohit. And we saw one that died from Khalil, the one that Marlon Samuels got out.
Well, that's exactly what Virat was talking about at the toss. He was mentioning the surface looks like it's going to be slower to start with, but as the match progresses in the evening, it'll become better. The ball will start coming onto the bat, but the bounce has been good. You know, that's something which you
always get in Pune, don't you?
Pune wicket is one of the better wickets for bowlers, I would say. Even though West Indies have been losing 3 wickets in the first 15 overs every match, I think this is something which most of the bowlers look forward to. You've seen in the past as well, like that Sri Lanka game also, where Chamira, I guess, had created that kind of damage. So there will be bounce, there will be some kind of help. Bumrah was fantastic. I think it's every time I see this bowler, you get excited about, like,
I can see it on your face.
Yeah, he just makes sure that every time he's coming back also, it doesn't look like he's been away from the game. That's something which has been very evident and good in terms of keeping the rhythm going. But he's certainly an asset.
I mean, you might have picked up
any captain to have in the side. Just throw the ball at him any situation, and he will create that kind of impact on the game.
He might have had a third, but the review went against him. What was interesting, the other interesting point in those first 15 overs was that catch that Dhoni took. Not the low catch, but the one he chased and the wicket of Hemraj. That he got to the ball tells you that there might be a lot of discussion around Dhoni, but none on his fitness.
Absolutely not. I think it's not easy catch to take. When the high ball goes behind your head and you're running backwards, it's always tough to judge as a fielder, and he judged it to perfection. So and fitness is something which was very visible from his side as well. Like he's someone who has not been spending a lot of time in the gym in early part of his career, but lately whatever I've been hearing, he's making sure that he's keeping up with the fitness regime. I guess he's very smart in terms of understanding that with age you need to spend more time on your fitness.
Bhuvneshwar bowled 4 overs for 16, Bumrah 4 overs 2 for 13. India's bowling tends to revolve around these two, and both had good first spells. You talked about Bumrah, but even Bhuvi was just there. 4 overs 16 is a good first spell.
It is, but I think when I look at Bhuvneshwar, I'm judging him with the new ball, because that's the time when he's going to create that maximum impact on the game, because his strength is swing, and that's something which he has to, as a bowler, keep in mind all the time. And his stint with the new ball has to be an aggressive one. His stint with the new ball has to be with the intent of taking wickets. That's something. So every time I don't see wickets in that in that column, I always feel that someone needs to tell that to Bhuvneshwar, because it's when you have someone like Bumrah bowling from the other end, and you have Bhuvneshwar, the Bhuvneshwar which we know, who focuses on the swing, who makes sure that he creates enough trouble with the swing and have that impact on the game in terms of wickets, because that's what he's been doing initial part of his career. Lately, when you look at his numbers, those numbers are not really doing justice to what kind of impact he can have on the game. So I think from India's point of view, it's very important that he gets in that zone as early as possible.
Yes, Shimron Hetmyer is in, much talked about, post the CPL and the 200s that he got here. Sorry, 100, but it looked like 2. Shea Hope is batting on 24. 76 for 3 after 16. From this position, they've gone on to get 300 plus. They need 300 here? 300, 320, you think? Because Kohli also said it'll get easier to bat on under the lights.
I think so. I think the key to playing in India in these kind of conditions on these kind of surfaces is to have that pass score, and that certainly has to be 300 plus, which we have seen with the batting lineup and the depth which Indian team has in terms of batting. You would need that kind of cushion as for you to defend. But this pair is very crucial. I think we've seen so far in the last ODIs as well that Shea Hope and Hetmyer has been doing a fantastic job for West Indies team. Shea Hope is looking comfortable now. You know, that confidence of the last inning was visible. He's playing the anchor role, but has been shifting gear in terms of his intent as well. Hetmeyer is someone, you know, who's got that power hitting ability, taking his time today, making sure that his purple patch with the form continues.
In case you're wondering what I'm doing looking at my phone, I'm not checking WhatsApp or Twitter while Zach is talking, just checking at the scores as they progress on the Cricbuzz app. So there you are, that was Uber Presents Cricbuzz Comm Box. We'll come back after over number 35.